Hello guys, just going to do a quick audio test before we start the stream. Hello guys, welcome to the stream. We're here in Motorsport Manager for season number 2 of this Motorsport Manager. I'm just going to quickly configure my overlay. Perfect, I just forgot to put the little dashes in there to split them all apart. So there we go. Yeah, today we're starting off in round 5. And I'm a bit unsure about what we're going to do today. Normally I would do 3 races in a stream. We managed to fit 4 in last stream. However, obviously, I've got 5 races left of the season, so it doesn't really add up to do 3 and 2, because that would be quite a short stream. And also, the main issue is next week, obviously I'm doing my final week of FSX. Week after that, I have... I'm not streaming because of the new sim. Week after that, I want to bring you guys a week of the new sim. So it's probably going to be about 4 weeks before we get back to this series. Because of, obviously, what's happening in the flight sim community at the moment in the next few weeks. Obviously, saying bye to the old flight sim, testing the new one, showing you guys the new one. That's 3 weeks where I'm probably going to do nothing but flight sim. Full stop, really. So, because, it's a bit of a mad time for the flight sim community. So... I'm hoping maybe we can finish the season today. Maybe we can do that and then end it on season 2 and then come back to season 3 a little bit later on. Because I'd like to finish off a season and then leave it, But 5 races is a lot to do in a stream, so I might try and do 5 races. But generally, we might have to limit it to 4. And then just, I don't know, maybe I'll do the last race as part of a video. Maybe on my other PC, because this game does have cloud, so maybe I'll do that. Who knows? But yeah, we'll go ahead and continue. So we are losing vast amounts of money at the moment. We're currently 5.5 million down. But one really encouraging thing, Alpina, who are our slot 1 on the sponsor. Slot 1 is the one that lasts the longest and pays you the most. Means that basically, yeah, we should get some nice sponsors, and we should get a 4-star sponsor. We've got a 4-star sponsor appeal level, and we can't get 5-star unless we get a helipad in the HQ, which obviously isn't going to happen for a team of our money. So they will either offer us about £15 million, or they will give us money per race. We'll see as we skip through here. So we're going to skip just to where the car repair is complete. We should have some sponsors by then. Yeah, we do. And then maybe we can then get on with repairing the car. So you can see here, because they're slot 1 sponsors, unfortunately these 2 rely on us being 2nd or above. So we're going to have to go with Oracle on this. Now Alpina weren't paying us any money per race, so it won't matter too badly. But yeah, we're both Guinness and RBS. Unfortunately, they're only paying us to be 2nd or above. Now we've already got one of those sponsors, which is 14th or above. And obviously 2nd or above is a massive target for us. We're not going to hit that. So I'm not totally sure what we can do here. 9.5 million will put us out of debt, but I'd like to make more money. So we're going to have to wait, I think, until the next race. Because I don't want that. I want to wait until we have someone that's actually going to pay us money per race. a decent amount per race. So I could just save all the money up now with Oracle, but that would only give me, I'm losing 5.5 plus 9.5 million. That would give me 4.5 million. No, maybe 3.5 million. I don't know. It'd give me about, I think it's 4 million. It'd give me 4 million, which is not enough because that would only last another 3 races, and then I'd be back down running out of money again. So I don't know what to do. No, you know what? Let's go with Oracle. Let's try and get all the money we can. I was just thinking, 9.6 million, that puts us up to 4 million, so we've still got a good bit of money. It's a very nice sponsor as well. And also, saying that in 4 races' time, again, Tommy Hilfiger, which was another upfront payment sponsor, will run out, so maybe we can get a good slot there. This one runs out in 4 races. This one in 6 races. They're a fixed pay per race. So at the moment, that's our problem. We've literally only got 2 fixed pay per race. Which are BASF and Novo Nordisk. All the others just gave us a fat stack of money and then went, here you go. That's why we're losing money at the moment. But straight away, I want to design an engine. We are so lacking on the engine. It's why we did so poorly in Milan. Because our car is actually quite good. But it does, unfortunately, we've made an average engine already. But that average engine's terrible. And that's kind of what we're struggling with. So I'm going to go with this one, which goes to 689 on here. And you can see here, we've got pretty good reliability. We probably won't be able to use it in the race immediately. But that's for 1.1 million. It'll give us a little bit of a better engine, so it's all worth it. You know what? Maybe if they ask us to make spec parts, maybe we'll fit a spec engine. Maybe we'll make that a rule, that there needs to be a spec engine in this series. Because maybe that will help us. Now, all of the reliability is done on this year's car. So I'm going to work on improving the performance of our parts now, because just little improvements can make the difference. Obviously the standard parts that come with the car. Okay, accidentally broke the rules. What have we done? Gearbox risk level +1. I can't do that. I can't risk a risk level with how we're doing. So unfortunately that's another million we've just lost, so that's not great. It'd be nice to get one of those dilemmas that actually gives us money, because some of them do give you money. Choosing a vote. So this is what I was talking about here, choosing a vote. Now, I definitely want to. Our engines are so bad. If we can have a spec engine, it will really help us. Boom. Spec engine. Continue. That is going to cost us 1 million. But, again, so unfortunately we have just lost all money we just built up. But I want, that spec engine is going to be so important for us. Have I got a vote in hand? I have. That's good. It'll be so important if we can get that. 20% chance of rain in Vancouver. There's going to be 48 laps in the race, so I need to keep that in my mind. 48 laps. So that's something really important to note. Engine build has been finished, so I can maybe improve the reliability enough. Oh, it looks like they will be able to improve the reliability enough before the race. That's really good. And it's got a fuel efficiency bonus, which is really nice to have on board. And it's got... Why doesn't this engine have the fuel efficiency bonus? I must have picked the other perk. But this one now has a fuel efficiency bonus, which again, our car isn't great on fuel, so that'll help it quite a bit. And we need to improve the performance a little bit too. So we'll do that. Try and balance it out so it's still within reason like that. So that should get us perfect reliability, 10-10. It should get us still pretty good reliability on that engine. That means we can still use it. You can see, it's only 69%. Alright, we'll max it out then on there. And new vote has started. So this is our vote. We want to vote for, and we've got to go by 2. So this is a really important vote, really, for me, because obviously our car's engine is so poor. It does really matter. So far, 4 is winning. So it's 6 at the moment. 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 7. This is close. Okay, in the end, it is 4. So that's really good. So we're going to have spec engines next season, which will really help our car for when we start Season 3. Obviously, there will be a gap between Season 2 and Season 3, but that spec engine is going to help us a lot. So you can see there, we're only losing 900k as long as we finish 14th or above, which... unlike in Milan, we were really poor at, but Beijing and the Black Sea, we were actually pretty decent, particularly the Black Sea. We were amazing. We could have won that race if it wasn't for a bit of an interesting try strategy by the AI. We have enough reliability to put that engine into the race, so I'll give that to Webber, and we'll give the better one to we'll give the other one to Quintarelli. Or not, because he's very unhappy. Okay, we'll have to... Honestly, I want to give Mark Webber the better car, though, because he is a better driver. If I swap around any other parts, is that going to break? Yep, somehow I swapped round. Brakes are exactly identical, and that makes them both happy. I don't know how that works. It's a bug that has been well recognised in Motorsport Manager, but there we go, whatever. 48 laps around the Canadian circuit. I love Vancouver, one of my favourite circuits on the F1 game. It's not a total replica of real-life Vancouver. None of the circuits in this game, they're more inspired by their real-life circuits. They're not accurate. So, for example, the British GP, it's still got the flagship, like the really, really important corners. Is it like Maggots and Beckett's, the very quick left-right-handers? It's still got those. Rouge at Belgium, that's still in there. You know, so some trademark corners are still there, but the majority of them have been changed to make it not the real-life circuit. I think Singapore is still a street circuit, and Milan obviously is like Monza, it's got all the straights. Obviously there isn't a Portuguese GP in real life, but yeah. So we're at Vancouver, we have got a setup stage for Vancouver, so we'll give that a go, see what they're like. 40 lap race it's going to be, so I'm going to do super soft to super soft, because with this, in this particular save game, with this mod installed, the tyre wear is not accurate to what it says. The tyre wear is nowhere near what I'd call accurate. So, as in, like, generally they will last about 5 laps shorter than they say they are. Especially if you push them off the start, which you are meant to. And obviously in there, the drivers are probably going to make a few mistakes as well. You know, like lockups and things that do cost about 5% of tyre wear at times. It's things like that that really, it's a good idea to go for and also over a race distance, the softs have enough time on the mediums to make it worthwhile. So we'll definitely just go on the softs. Right now, Webber, in fact, selling purples. Okay, until someone takes them away, obviously. This track's not massively straight line. We have got quite a few straights though. Is this where we took Webber in last season? I'm not sure how long Sasaki lasted. It wasn't long. And he went quite well. I think it was here he went quite well in the wet. This is his first race with us, with the poor car. This season we do have a better car. Still not excellent. You can see it, unfortunately, in practice, I don't know why, but in practice we're never very quick. I can never tell our full pace until we get a bit further into the weekend. Quali's normally a bit better for us. Maybe it's the engine power. When we turn down our engine, maybe it's just that bad compared to everyone else. I don't know. But we've now brought him in. It's a pretty good setup to start with. We've got great, good, great. So that is really good sign. And the handling, I reckon that'll be just move it slightly in, then let everything else adjust naturally. Quali trim, 3 laps. New set of softs, and out he goes. Quintarelli is still on his in lap. He's just gone in now. Again, great, good, great. So same as Webber, his opinion on the setup's all do exactly the same thing. It fits quite well with what we've been thinking then. So we'll adjust the handling again, slightly like that. And we'll see how happy he is with that. Getting quali 3 laps. And another set of softs. So we'll go ahead and send them out then. See what they think of that setup. They've both gone out now. Again, with the tuned setups, maybe they'll go a little bit quicker, but I don't imagine they'll be that much quicker really. We've got level 3 on the super softs. Now it's about getting the best possible performance out of quali trim that we can. Unfortunately, we're just not that quick. Even with the improving track grip at the moment, we don't appear to have the pace of some of the higher up teams. But we'll go for 1 quali lap here with Quintarelli. Oh wow! Actually, Mark Webber, despite not even pushing, he could have pushed, has just gone 5th. So actually, our car does have some pace. I'm obviously doing a bit of a rush lap here with Quintarelli to see what the car is really capable of. And he comes across the line, and we're going to get 14th. So yeah, even with him pushing, we're not really capable of a lot. Remember, Webber has got slightly better parts. He is by far a better driver as well. So he's in 6th place, splitting Patrick Pile and Gomendi. Okay. Is it Patrick Pile? I'm pretty sure it is. But anyway, right, into the next session we go. So you can see, not the best of practice for us, but saying that, Mark Webber did really impress there. Again, you know, and everyone was on super soft as well. Apart from that 4th place Toyota GT Racing, that was pretty mad showing, given the other car is down there on softs. Bit insane, actually. We'll go ahead and continue. We'll see what setup change we made. We'll see how good it is. But it looks like what Mark Webber was doing. It was a good setup. But we'll have a little look at that once we give them the quality trim. It doesn't look like we've got any rain on the way. Obviously, it wouldn't matter even if we were going to have rain. Unfortunately, we only get level 1 on quality trim. But if we were going to have... Okay, good. So the setup did actually get worse. So cornering needs to go back that way. Speed balance needs to go back that way. And then handling, like, yeah, somewhere in between. So we'll try that for the setup. We'll send him out on that. Again, Mark Webber, speed balance, we didn't really change, but it went from great to good. So this, again, the speed balance needs to go further that way. Cornering, again, great to good. So again, it wants to go further that way, and we'll let the handling do that naturally. We'll see how that setup is now. So I'll go ahead and take qualifying, and we will send them out straight away. Obviously, we've already tuned their setups. We can try and get 2 laps in. It's a 1 minute 23.2 was the fastest lap in practice. That's the one that displays there, even though it wasn't the lap of Ledogar. It was a different lap, someone else's lap, but it just shows up. But that's what the fastest lap was. So we should be able to get, using that lap time, we should be able to get 2 laps in there. Unfortunately, the AI has slightly messed up the tyre temps there. A little bit cool, but as it stands, he's only 1/10 there of the pace of the leader, Webber. We'll have to see those Toyota GTs. Is that Toyota G? No, it's the Team ABT, looking very quick. The Pile and Mortara and Kylevitz have all just taken it off Webber. So Webber's actually about half a second off the pace. So we're not that quick actually. It's falling further and further back, so we're not quite as quick as I initially thought. Right, we're going to send these guys out immediately with no setup tweaks, because it's going to be quite close. Great. I'm fine with that setup anyway. Great is a good setup by me. Right, away you go, Webber and Quintarelli. Great. Handling needs to go a bit further that way then. We'll let that go. And new set of softs. It should be absolutely fine. Get a bit of gap between them then, and off they go. Should easily get a second lap in now, which is really good. And obviously that's a second lap for us to improve. He had a really good perfect, I think Webber hit there, or something like that, from what I saw. We're pretty much at the bottom of the pile. Not many teams have been able to set a second lap, I don't think, so maybe a bit of a bonus for us. Webber comes across the line. He goes up to 10th place, so pretty decent showing. Quintarelli goes off the line, and he goes 12th. So 11th and 13th as it stands. That's pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that. However, there's a lot of cars behind on laps, so it'll probably slightly change. You can see here Vantur and Green both on very good laps, and Nielsen. I think Nielsen had a very bad initial lap, so she's setting probably a much better lap. So they go 13th, 15th. So 13th and 15th, unless 16th place comes across the line now and improves. 13th and 15th, okay, 14th and 16th now. So I'm not massively happy with that, but it's better than the back row of the grid. So it's a little bit better, although still not, as I said, still not really to my liking. But never mind. We go on. It was very close as well between 11th and 16th. There was only 1/10 of a second. That's mad how close that is. Luckily, we do still manage to be over 14th with Mark Webber, so we get the bonus money for that, which is pretty good for us. Supersoft and race trim, you can see. Oh, here you go. Quintarelli is much more happy with his setup now. We're going to be pushing overtake on the engine mode, particularly for Mark Webber. We'll be able to use a lot of fuel in this race because of his fuel his fuel-efficient engine he's got in there. Oh, I forgot to tell Quintarelli to push on his tyres, never mind. So yeah, 14th and 16th in the end, so by an inch, we make it into the top 14 to claim our sponsor objective. Although there's only a 20% chance of rain, and it doesn't look like it is going to be raining today. Hasn't rained all weekend. So away we go at the start of round number 5. And green flag is out and waving here. We'll just go high on the fuel now. I want to try and push at the start a bit more than I normally do, because it does help gain places. And the fact that we have like so much tyre wear that we can potentially use later on in the race, like, you know, really I could pit around lap 25, and using what's given to me, that you know, it kind of almost says that the tyres can apparently go for about 33 laps. So you know, doing a one-stop should not be an issue today. And in fact, Webber's had an absolutely amazing start. We're not even pushing anymore on the fuel, only the tyres, and that's only a little bit pushing. So that's really good. We'll go neutral here. Quintarelli, unfortunately, has just stayed put in 16th place. Mark Webber is up to 8th though now, and the car ahead actually has a mechanical issue with it as well. So maybe we can get that place as well. Even though the wall engine is apparently the worst on the grid, a bit of a driver mistake there for Mark Webber. Didn't really cost him any time though. Oh, what on earth? That white car, the Toyota GT Racing. Toyota are looking quick this weekend. Just shot through. Don't know what it was thinking, but that was pretty mad. It's a slight weird race physics in this game. They can be a bit dodgy. We're in 9th place. We're just inside the points. Obviously, we were leading the championship only just. That was by luck, honestly. In the first few races, we've had some unbelievable pace, but we didn't really deserve. Let's be honest. Oh, Patrick Pilet has just crashed, so that's a bit unfortunate. Quintarelli's actually up into 12th place now, so he's slowly improving his times now, so that's quite nice to see. And Webber's also got a lot of fuel in the tank. We'll go ahead and push his tyres now too. That fuel-efficient engine is really helping him, which is good to see. We'll stop pushing the tyres now. You can see he's, unfortunately, because he had that lock-up, it has slightly cost him a bit of tyre wear. So maybe his tyres won't last. I want them to last about 20-ish laps. I want them to get, okay, 32. Actually, he can go another 8 laps, and then pit if he wants. So we can go, as long as we can make it to lap 20. I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine to pit after lap 20 if we need to. But yeah, Webber, unfortunately, the other Toyota GT racing car, actually no, it's the same Toyota GT racing car. He must have overtaken it, and now it's looking for a way back past. He's actually up into 6th place now, Webber. However, it does seem that it's quite difficult for us to maintain a position. Oh, never mind. The guy that was Alex Buncombe, the guy that was chasing down Webber, has actually just crashed. So that's a bit easier for us now. And Mark Webber's now going on the attack of 5th place, but he loses that. Also, Vilander looks like he's come out of the pit stop after repairing something, and he's got a loose wheel nut, so that is not a good thing there for them. So right now, we're currently still 2nd in the championship. I think this season we could get 2nd in the championship, potentially. Wow, Webber's setting some pretty good pace here. He's just suddenly, I think his tyre temps have gone back into what's considered a bit more of a normal window. The tyres are starting to cool down quite a bit now. Quintarelli can definitely afford to push his tyres now. We'll go on the attack with him, because he's had some, here we go. He hasn't had as much attack running as Webber's had, so we can go ahead and put him back onto neutral. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a train behind Quintarelli, really. Holding people a little bit up, but never mind. We'll use overtake mode with Webber now. There you go, that allows him to get a little bit further away, but as I said, really, we shouldn't be up here in this position. We're getting a bit lucky, really, I think. And also, he's actually a pretty quick driver, Mark Webber. He does get more out of the car than maybe we should. But 5th place, I'm absolutely amazed by. Quintarelli's staying pretty much put in 11th right now, and Webber's just doing a pretty solid job going round in circles. So, but I would like to make it so if you half 48, you get 24. So if I can make it to at least lap 24, preferably. Maybe I push the tyres a little bit too much. I don't know. We haven't done great on the tyre wear, to be honest. Particularly Webber. I have pushed Webber a bit more. And he did have a lockup, remember? Obviously, a lockup does cost about 5% of tyre wear, so that does equate for a little bit of it as well. But in the end, actually, he's still setting pretty good pace. Seedler's just crashed now, so that's three cars that have crashed out now. That puts Quintarelli up into the points of 10th position. Mark Webber, despite having worn tyres, just set a personal best lap time that time round, so he's obviously not too bad, is he? If he's setting personal bests. However, I think the cliff might start approaching quite soon. Quintarelli's only just hit tyre wear now. They are 15 seconds apart, so we could double stack them. A pit stop is only 10 to 12 seconds here, so we could double stack them easily without losing any time. Now, some of the leaders are pitting now. We have 24 laps remaining, so we are halfway, so I think we should be able to go on to a set of softs from here. Maybe I don't think I remembered to swap my pit crew out, so unfortunately there's a very high risk level with the pit stop. We'll probably have some issues, but never mind. We'll pit both drivers. Yeah, unfortunately both of them. It looks like we've got a bit of a risk level on the pit stop then. That's not the nicest thing. We might have as long as it's not a loose wheel nut. The loose wheel nuts are the worst. But in the end, actually, he has no mistakes. 11.1 seconds. Pretty good pit stop when it was projected to be 12 seconds. And now Quintarelli again, no mistakes. So pretty decent. 11.0. So 1 second quicker than planned, which is really good to see. You know, we didn't rush the pit stop, so that's really nice. I don't want to push these tyres too much now. We've got no rain on the horizon. Obviously, that's one thing I do often mess up in this game. Weirdly, now I'm pushing. I'm not even pushing Webber. Wow, I was pushing Quintarelli. And he's setting some purple sectors, so we have some pace. Clearly, Mark Webber has some pace in this car. In fact, he's just going to 8th place, and there's a number of cars ahead that haven't yet pitted, so he's going absolutely. The AI are doing that typical thing that they sometimes do. They've gone a bit too long on the tyres. Actually, no, what it is, yeah, Bleeker Molan, I'm surprised he hasn't pitted yet. He's on 19% wear. And he still isn't pitting. Like, that's a bit dangerous. That's not good. That's not a good idea. He could get some. He's going to be seriously slowing down now. His second place car. He's going to hit that cliff now. You can see there he's massively falling off. Once you go below like 15%, you start to hit a bit of a wear cliff. Although, however, he's still sitting green sectors, so maybe not quite that bad. Maybe not as bad as the F1 cars in this game. Anyway, Mark Webber's actually up into 7th place now, which is really good to see. However, yeah, look, Bleeker Molan lost tons of time by staying on that cliff, but now, in that Honda that is very quick, he's pushing to get past. The Honda's currently the team leading the championship, so they're a very quick team. So, they're our battle, that's our battle for first place, but in the constructors, but as I said, our car does not have the pace to be doing what it's doing. Another car's just crashed out. Unbelievable how many cars are crashing today. Unfortunately, Quintarelli just hasn't seemed to have the pace for some reason. I don't know why, but he just has not been that quick. Webber's currently in 6th place, which is amazing. He's currently leading the driver's standings. However, now Kyle Vitz is up there in 3rd place, kind of taking that away from us. But Quintarelli's up into 14th. There are still a few cars that haven't pitted, to be fair, so we will gain probably 3 positions from those people pitting, because they started on mediums, and mediums can't go to the end, obviously. It doesn't seem like they can, so hopefully maybe like some of the Hondas will have some bad luck here and allow us to capitalise. I don't know, who knows. Quintarelli's setting some personal best laps here. I'm going to push Mark Webber here for maybe a fastest lap of the race if we can manage it. I don't think you get a bonus point for it, but it'll show how quick our car is. No fastest lap, but a very good personal lap. Another car's crashing, the Maserati of Fisichella, so that's absolutely nuts. Don't know what's going on today, but there's a lot of cars currently crashing constantly for whatever reason. Who knows why? Webber's very, very safe in 6th place, so I'm just going to go quite calmly on him. Can't believe that. So it's looking like it's going to be 6th and 11th for us today, so not bad. Would have been nice if Quintarelli could get in the points. In fact, he's just dipped down to 12th actually. The Toyota is just over. Yeah, the Toyota is running quickly today, along with the two Hondas that are 4th and 5th currently. That's why we're losing that to them. And see, we don't really, I mean, even third place is starting to close up on us now. If Carl Vitz could retire, that would be absolutely wonderful, but it's probably not going to happen. Because he's definitely our main rival for both Webber. Quintarelli's back to 13th, and I don't know what's going on with Quintarelli. He's lost all sorts of pace. Even cars with mechanical issues are struggling. Easily overtaking him, so he's really struggling here. I don't know what's going on. I'm pushing his tyres. His tyres are okay temperature now. But no, we're on to the final lap of the race now. And it is going to be 6th and 14th for our drivers. I don't know, hopefully Quintarelli can hold on to 14th. He's really struggling. I don't know what's happened here in the last stint. We'll go ahead and push him to the line. And Webber has finished in 6th place, so that's really good. So yeah, 6th and 14th. Webber's done really well in our car. Quintarelli a little bit off the pace, really. But never mind. Vyland had a terrible race, finishing 19th, like 140 seconds back. With all of the issues. Since they did a pretty good race, no one managed the zero stop, obviously. The tyres do not go as long as they say they do. That is for certain. Checking over the cars, it's going to be still 6th and 13th in the end, after Ledogar was demoted. Was disqualified. So in the end, that's it. Unfortunately, not a rival that was disqualified. But yeah, in the end, we lose. Mark Webber loses the lead in the Drivers' Championship. Again, I don't expect us to be winning anything really this season. We're not quite as quick as is suggested by the first 2 races, really, when we were really quick, and then it started to fall off a bit. Because a lot of how you do well in this game is just the AI being dumb with their strategy. It's quite common. But we're top 10 and the top 15, so the drivers are quite happy about that. The chairman's happy, and we're 5th place. We came over there overall, apparently, in that race, so we're still going above the 6th place that our car should be reaching. And our estimate, the middle estimate that our chairman thought we should aim for this season is 8th place. Obviously, you get given an objective to challenge yourself, a standard objective, and then an easy objective. The standard was 8th, and that's the one I picked. But absolutely mad. I was going to say we're going to get some new sponsor offers. No, because I went with Oracle already, didn't I? Got an interview here. What's this? Which one of our drivers is better? Mark Webber for certain. Definitely. Although it didn't seem to matter for the other drivers' morale, so that was quite good. We'll have a little look at the pit crew now. I think they're quite tired. They must be tired. Yeah, they are. And we've got a few people that are burnt out. I was wondering if they were burnt out, they would just be okay. But nope, it looks like that's an issue for us. Now, unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to hire any new pit crew because we haven't got any money. Unfortunately, we probably won't be able to hire anyone. Oh, you can. What do you know? I just hired someone without even really caring about who they were. They're really high on the refueling and the fixing, which unfortunately is not what we care about in this series. But yeah, particularly this guy. We'll go ahead. We're just going to say remove fatigued crew. Oh, it got rid of all of them. That isn't good. They weren't all fatigued. This guy's not fatigued. Yeah, okay, there's a little bit of a weirdness going on there. I think we'll swap in the rear jack, because the rear jack guy is terrible. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, really. And it's put a guy who's 3 on the tyres, when there's a guy who's fit, who's 14 on the tyres. Yeah, I don't know. This game's logic when it comes to swapping out. This guy's not tired, look. This guy, in fact, is even closer to his top stamina. We'll go with this guy, he's got more stamina. But it's absolutely insane. You can see we just jumped our pit stop time by quite a lot. Because this game is being very strange. We'll look for people who are really good on the tyres. Here we go. and then he can go in for the 13, just to help us a little bit. I'm really like how quick some of the staff get like tired in this as well. And then the front jack, we've got a man on the front jack who's also pretty good. So there you go, 10.2 seconds. That's improved our pit stop time. Then they weren't actually that fatigued, so there's no risk level anymore. So the mistake chance is very low. Going into this next race, I can't believe that was stupid. But whatever. Right, car repair has been complete, fine, perfect. And now we get to improve the engine finally. That we got put in last race, and we'll replace. We'll improve the brakes as well, because why not? Actually, high speed corners are crucial, so I think we'll do high speed. We'll do the spoilers first because they're crucial, and obviously an engine. But it does look like not engine actually. Engine is not crucial, so we might do really well at Belgium. I think Belgium we did quite well at last season, so. If there's a track for us to do well, it's going to be one that isn't crucial when it comes to the engine side of things, and it appears that that's what we've got here, so maybe we can do really well. Also, we're on to round number 6. It's someone's birthday, Ronnie Quintarelli's birthday. Now, it's going to cost us a bit of money, but it's worth the morale. We'll give him 100,000. It's only 100,000, actually. I thought it might be a million. Actually, a million for a birthday party is a bit steep. Maybe 100,000 is a bit more realistic. For an F1 team birthday, I mean, even 100,000 is a lot for a birthday party, but, you know. Right, now we've finished with the performance work. I want to improve the brakes. And I want to improve the gearbox. And that is then everything maxed out to its full potential in terms of performance. Again, it is just literally about, you know, maxing out this car's potential without actually spending any money on parts and things. 34 lap race in Belgium. It's going to be a 40% chance of rain. Looks like we're going to have some rain. And obviously we'll only be able to set one lap during qualifying as well. Because of that's how we qualified so well last year. I remember we qualified really well last year, and we almost won actually. I think we were about to win, and then Mark Webber I think he had a loose wheel nut or something. Equality focused merit payments. Now, this means everyone will get the same amount of money. I don't really want that, so I don't really get the point of equality. You know, equal money. I think it's kind of silly actually, although that's going to happen. Because I think equal money is a little bit like, you know, what? So to doing rubbish, you get the same money as a team who's dominated. Like that doesn't really make. I guess it makes it more fair, but it probably won't help us. That'll be for the next season though, so that's fine. And obviously we need the money as well. So by finishing better, we'll get more money. So it looks like the race is going to be heavy rain. So that's not good. For us, that is not good at all. And obviously, I can't just do practice on wet tyres to gain an advantage. I can't do that, unfortunately. That's not. Obviously, the reason I can't do that is simply because it won't even give me much in the way of a boost. So yeah, these are two drivers. We might have a setup saved from last year, although was this one of those circuits that was very hard to tune? Nope, we did get a setup saved. Okay, we'll use that setup then, and we'll see how it is. The race was 34 laps. Remember, so again, it's going to be super soft to super soft. However, it looks like an Inters could do a 0 stop, but obviously, as it is with rain, generally it goes up and down, so it probably won't be a race without stops. And wet tyres also 37 to 39 laps. But obviously, we're going to do all our knowledge on super softs and try our best. I'm going to just try and max out race trim really, because qualifying will not matter as much. It really won't, because we're going to have in quali we'll have the super soft knowledge. We're probably not going to be able to use the super soft knowledge we get for the race. So I want to make sure that we at least have a bit of a performance increase in the race by getting as much race trim as possible. So we'll send both of them out now. We'll just let them do this for the entire session. I have confidence that the setup should be okay. The setup should be pretty decent around here, so because it was, you know, should be alright. Obviously, with this track not being crucial on the engine side of things, which is what we're worst at, maybe we'll be a bit better here. I don't know. However, we are still a good few tenths. Yeah, we're 2.5 seconds off the lead actually. So. At least our first lap was shocking. I think our next lap is going to be a little bit more promising. Yeah, 15th and 19th at the moment. So as we improve, we will... here you go, you can see Webber's just setting green sectors there. So we are doing a little bit better. Quintarelli's actually going quicker than Webber right now, maybe because he's falling and getting his slipstream. But 19th and 20th at the moment, so we're not that quick. It doesn't even look like we might not be able to get... I think we'll just hit level 3 while doing this race trim. But as the session goes going on, we are... Webber's constantly setting green sector times. However, we've drifted really far towards the back. That's not a good thing. I thought we'd be a bit quicker than we actually are here, but... Oh, wow. Yeah, 21st... There you go, we've just reached level 3 on the trim. Hopefully our setups are horrendous, otherwise I'm quite well. We're not very good in the first sector, we're okay in, but in the second sector we lose like a second. I don't know what it is, the second sector we're really terrible in, I don't know why. But yeah, 19th and 22nd, we're not quick here. Which for a track that doesn't matter when it comes to the engine, I'm a bit surprised about. So, yeah, we are quite far off the pace, that's not good. Now, there's not going to be any rain in this race now, so you can see there, cornering just needs a little bit of tweaking on Quintarelli's side of things, and then we'll tweak the handling so it's back to normal. There, that should be a pretty good setup. That's a really nice setup there. And Webber, 3 grades. Is it above 90%? Yeah, I'm not arguing with that. A 93% setup, I'm not arguing. Continue. Why is it so cross with me? Do I have to add something, do I? Okay, it wouldn't let me not use all the perks available for some reason. Whatever. Right, and I'm gonna wait because the track grip will go up, and we've only got 1 lap. We only have 1 lap. Remember, it doesn't look like there's any rain either at the moment, because the higher the track grip, the better we're gonna do. It's only a little. Actually, it's not really moving because we can't get 2 laps in. It's such a long lap round here. 2 laps is not an option. And obviously with higher track grip comes a little bit better lap time, and obviously the AI will not be able to match this. I am watching to make sure there's no rain and to make sure I'm not messing myself up. We've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. That's plenty of time if we send them out immediately now. Fine. Out both drivers go, and they'll be out the pit lane well in time to do 2 laps, to do 1 lap I mean, and at high track grip when all the other AIs are actually coming into the garage, so it will benefit us. And they are both going to make it, which is good, so we haven't messed up in that respect. And here you go, we're the only guys who can set a lap. Remember, we would have only been able to set 1 lap anyway, so the fact that we're doing it on higher track grip is going to help us hopefully. And we go 13th and 11th and 14th in the end then. So we still get our sponsor objective, so that's a bonus. You know, that sponsor objective is really what I wanted, so that's great, that is. That's a good showing from us, really. Considering what we have in terms of a car here, it doesn't seem that quick, so that's great. It doesn't look, okay, it's actually going to start raining within a few laps. Now, are the AI being idiots and starting on inters? They are, even though it's not going to rain for about 6 laps. And remember, this is a long lap here, so 6 laps is going to really, really hurt. So I don't know what they're doing starting on... Well, I've got a lovely setup for Quintarelli. Yeah, I have no idea what the AI are playing at. We're going to absolutely kill these tyres. Because why not? And I'm going to start on the Super Soft and absolutely wreck them. So, because 6 laps, that's, you know, it's a long lap round Belgium, remember. Longest lap in the game, pretty much. So, it's another one of those stupid AI decisions. It's how we did well at Belgium last year, in fact, you know. So, I don't know what the AI are really playing at, but, you know, I can kind of get that. And also, it looks like it's actually going to go to full wet conditions, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look at that later, but it does look a bit silly. Because we're going to have all this time now, about 6 laps to be exact, of dry running when everyone else is on inters, and we can get a whole pit stop ahead of people, and we'll be on newer inters as well. So, and you can see there, look, Webber into first place. We're not even a lap in, and we'll keep pushing the tyres, but we'll stop pushing the fuel, and just that's it. Away we go. And they're going to be wrecking their inters, trying to get through everyone. Quinta already has struggled to get through everyone, and you can see already we have a 7-second gap, and that rain. We're still only we're not even in the first there you go, second column of weather now. Only just hit the second column of weather. Yeah? And then, and also, you know, it looks like it will stay in inters conditions. But right now, look, still in the second column of weather, still in the second column of weather, lap 4 now, still in the second column of weather. We're now into column number 3 of weather, so it's still not raining. In fact, the rain's come early. Funny. But again, look, see, you can see here, look, oh, no! Safety car! Safety car! I can't believe our luck. That's mad. Right, fast pit stop, pit, that is so lucky. We've got a safety car right at the perfect moment to go on to inters. And by the time the safety car finishes, so you can see everyone's doing reduced speed under the safety car, we come out first and third. That is absolutely insane. Quintarelli was a bit further back, so unfortunately he has lost a little bit. That is absolutely insane. That is so lucky. And there you go. It's now going to start raining. We've got fresh inters, so we're quicker than everyone else. We have the fastest lap of the race. And yeah, we've got much fresher inters, and we're under safety car, so we got a bit of a free pit stop in. That's amazing. It does bunch the grid up, which maybe isn't the best for us. And this is such a long lap, it's ages under the safety car, so it allows the weather to go so damp. So you can see here, there, we're going to go overtake and push off the start. Overtake and push, we'll let them warm the tyres here before we go green. And then, yeah, you can see here, backing people up, ready for the start. And we go green. And also, Webber's very good in the wet, we've found, haven't we? So maybe, I don't know how long we've been able to keep this lead for. Probably not massively long. In fact, Quintarelli's already back to 9th. No! No! We were doing so well, and Mark Webber crashed. He didn't even crash, he just went off the circuit. I can't believe this. I'm positive, this happened last year. He had a loose wheel nut and couldn't do anything. Why do we get such poor luck at Belgium? We always get a chance to win, and then it just gets taken away from us by something silly like that every single time. Obviously he had to crash, didn't he? Obviously. Someone else has just crashed. Whoa, 3 cars have actually crashed now, so it's not the best in terms of crash numbers here. But unfortunately Quintarelli's not very quick, so he's just fallen way off. The only hope I've got now is to conserve these tyres and try and maybe not stop or something. But he has no pace, Quintarelli, so I can't really do anything. What? No! He's just crashed. He's lost all his tyres. Oh my word. What have we done? Right, another set of inters. He needs to fix the suspension. Fast pit stop. I can't believe this. This race. How unlucky can we possibly get? Well, there we go. That's it then. We're not going to get any points here. We've fallen back to last place. They even made a mistake on the suspension that cost us 9 seconds. Alright, that's it then. That is us out, really, of this race. Shame I can't just retire a car, honestly. Because, yeah, maybe that should be a thing, that you can retire a car, because this isn't good. Literally, you know, maybe we can work some good strategy going on to dry tyres or something, but, yeah, 19th place, and, yeah, that's us basically out unless half a field does a really, honestly, I thought we were going to do so well in this race, and the safety car and everything so good, and then, wow. Wow, that just had to happen. It's actually going to start raining again, so we'll be on inters till the end, I think. Looks like Quintarelli's inters will last till the end. The rest of the fields won't. So maybe that's an extra pit stop that we can have. Not an extra pit stop, I mean like an extra sort of, yeah, a little bit where we can game on people, but I don't even think we're gaining on them enough. Matt Campbell is now catching Quintarelli as well. That's how slow we are. So we're even going to last there, just because why not? We just should be in last. So yeah, we're back in last place, 19th position, and that's it really. That is just it. We've had to make 2 stops, you know, with Quintarelli, obviously Mark Webber. If Quintarelli didn't have that suspension problem, everyone else would have had to pit, and we probably could have gone to the end and gained a load of positions there, but nope, that's not going to happen. Luckily, it appears that Honda are actually doing pretty terrible as well, but Renault are doing very well, so that's not a good sign. But now, just sit back and watch the race just move. Now, safety car, that's really good. That is so good for us. Safety car, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect for us. And that means that the whole field will bunch up. We're up into 18th place now. If we all bunch up... however, saying that, oh, there you go. They're all stopping. Look, they're all making pit stops now. And we're closing up to them, so... we might be able to... okay, they're not actually... a lot. They've all made stops, look, and we're still in last place, unfortunately. And the safety car's heading in this lap, so we might not even be able to catch up to the pack, you know. I'm going to back up on these tyres, make sure they can cool down enough. It looks like we are just going to catch up to the pack, so... but I guess that means that we are fully caught up now to everyone, but it does also... it's also a bit of a downside, because that thing with the extra pit stop now is no longer there. We're in 17th place, because someone did have to pit straight after the safety car there, so... but yeah, in the end, actually... oh, okay, Patrick Pilet's just crashed. The amount of crashes in this race, unbelievable. Quintarelli's actually up into 14th, so... maybe we can do something here. He's actually doing surprisingly well, so maybe we can get... some points here. We're up into 13th place right now. We have sort of overheated the tyres a touch. Yamamoto's now retired with a mechanical issue. Wow, this is mad. Like, literally, there's only 15 cars left. Like, oh, there's 16 cars left. Like, that is so mad. Oh, and there was a crash. There was a massive, massive crash. And he's ruined his tyres. There was a crash involving about 6 cars then. Unfortunately, we have just wrecked our tyres, though. But he has got out ahead of all of them. So we do a fast pit stop and we push now on this lap. Because they've all ruined their tyres. A lot of the cars have ruined their tyres. So we may still be able to do something. However, it doesn't look like it. It seems as if the other teams are better on warm tyres. Don't know how that's really possible. But we're actually out in 13th place. Again, yeah, that was not good. However, Gomendi, for some reason, has stayed out on wrecked tyres. I don't really know why. Luckily, saying that, some people did actually have warm tyres. Some people had a drive-through, so we might gain a few extra spots from that. We're up into 12th place right now. And he's setting some personal bests right now. So that's a good sign. Yeah, 12th place. They're not going to go any higher than that. So I don't know what's happened, honestly, today. Fisichella might have to pit, I think, so that's another position. Nope, actually, he's going to get out ahead of us. So yeah, 12th place in the end, maybe even 13th by the time Gomendi catches us. That's mad, there are only 16 cars left. If Webber, honestly, if Webber hadn't had crashed, I reckon he would have done really well. But, oh well. Someone else has just crashed, however, they were in last place, so, oh well. Literally, though, 15 cars left running. I've never, ever seen this happen in a Motorsport Manager race before, but... I guess it had to happen at one point, didn't it? This is an absolutely nuts race. Hasn't really done anything for us, though, has it? We've been very, very unlucky. But 12th place, yeah. Honestly, I think we could have possibly won this with Webber if it hadn't been for the craziness there. I wonder if the AI are going to be stupid and pit for dry tyres. If they did that, I'd be so happy. Nope, they're not going to do that. So on to the last lap now. We're not even going to get a point, unfortunately. Luckily, Renault didn't do as well in the end. Honda are actually out the points. So it does, in a way, kind of limit the damage. That's kind of lucky in that sense. That people are... people are actually so slow. No, there were so many crashes that luckily we did limit the damage. But honestly, if Webber had won that, which I think he could have... whatever. You see, we had to make 3 stops, look. You can see that 3 stops and we still finished 11th. But nice if some cars can get disqualified. Oh, they did as well. 2 cars got disqualified, so we actually get 2 points in the end. Honestly, we could have won that. We seriously could have won. If it wasn't for that. It was a Porsche and a Toyota that got disqualified, so no Renaults involved. But that, oh, it's so disappointing for us. That we could have done so well. We could have done so well, but no, well, that's... Webber could have won that, especially with the disqualifications. Only 9 cars, no, I think like 11 cars in the end actually finished, but with the disqualifications and crashes and things. But never mind, it's made Mark Webber a bit unhappy as well, which isn't good. That, honestly, it is a massive shame. Our chairman was pretty happy with it, though. We still lose, obviously, the million that we lose every single race. That's just standard by this point. Right, round number 7 now is next. Then I might leave round 8 and 9 to another stream, I don't know. Let's see. I think we will, because I can't see myself putting five races into this stream, so... Into the MTV Sport. You attempted a quick pit stop. It resulted in a mistake. Oh, well. Yeah, okay, I should have been more careful then. Just tell them that. It doesn't really mean anything, honestly. It's saying I have one piece of mail that I haven't read. I've read all the mail, or whatever. And... Okay, this guy on the tyres is quite tired, so we'll give this guy a go. And that's about it, really, for pit stop maintenance. We'll go ahead and... don't want to hire anybody. We'll go through the weekend now. Car repair is complete now. Our car is fully maxed out when it comes to performance. We can't do any better. Can't design any more parts, obviously. So, well, reliability it is, I think. Reliability it will have to be. And then maybe make sure our other engine is just as good as well, just because why not, really? We've got the time to do it, haven't we? So, just max out the car then. And reliability work has now finished. So, these two can go into reliability, and we can probably sort something out. There we go. Perfect. That is now, that's it now. That is the car finished with. In terms of upgrades and reliability upgrades and everything. I don't think reliability will really make any difference, but never mind. You can see there they're going to do all their work. And yeah, unfortunately, that's how it's panned out for us, so not the nicest, but you can see their factory staff are now idle, and I can't do anything now. There is absolutely nothing. We've improved the reliability of everything to the max, and the car itself. We're now, so you can see there, we were 6th best on the grid. We're now 8th best on the grid. So that's kind of the downside of not being able to really do anything. We haven't been able to make anything. Now, Mark Webber is a Tondela expert, meaning he gets +2 on all of his stats. 39 lap race. So that extra bit on his stats, that extra 2 for everything on his stats is going to be so good. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty big. And our car goes pretty well around here. So, you know, if we want to make it for Belgium, I think this is the place to do it. And maybe we can maintain 2nd in the Constructors' Championship. I don't know how we've done that. Our car has not been that quick. You can see he has 23 feedback rather than the usual 21. He's a lot quicker. Now, Tondela, do we have a setup for Tondela? Yes, we do. It's a 39 lap race. It's going to be super soft to super soft then, here. That is for a certain. So we'll load the setup in. The handling is slightly off on both drivers, so maybe there'll be some slight tweaks to make this setup, but we'll see. But we'll go ahead and go to stint race. We're just going to focus on the race trim here today. That's the most important for us, really. Because we're never really quick during qualifying anyway, so I always think it is best to maximise the race potential that we have. Because the race is when we win. You know, Mark Webber can make his way through the pack by 15 cars in 3 laps if he has to, really. Especially here when he's a Tondela expert. Overall +2, that's really good. It's quite powerful. It's more powerful than it sounds, really. We are dropping towards the back of the timesheets here, slowly. However, he has just gone 15th, right, and then he's actually, they go 17th, it is dropping back. That's how it tends to go with Mark Webber. He sets a lap that's like really good, and then the performance of our car knocks it back further and further every time as everyone else goes quicker. So in the end, yeah, it's 11th at the moment. It looks like that's what our car's capable of. It doesn't look like it's capable of anymore, unfortunately. And then just as our cars cross the line, it'll be level 3 on the race trim and everything, so we're just going to keep them out. Mark Webber's actually setting green lap there, and he's just gone 8th, so he's such a quick driver, Mark Webber. Especially, obviously, he's ran Tondela, really, it's his favourite track, what with the Tondela expert thing that he has. We trained him to get that, in fact, and Quintarelli he's just gone 7th with that last lap. Absolutely amazing, 7th place for this car. This thing deserves to be, and that was not even pushing. So this thing, you know, I think Webber can actually have a serious chance at winning here if we get lucky. If we get lucky with everything, and the setup, you can see the setup was very nice. Handling is slightly far off, so we'll just move that back to where I think it should be. And then that's all fine. That is Quintarelli's setup. I'm happy with Mark Webber's. So we'll go into qualifying. And our car is clearly not quick. Now, I don't think we'll be able to do 2 laps. I shouldn't have sent them out. I don't think we'll be able to do 2 laps, unfortunately. So maybe I should have waited until the end for the track grip to increase. Then this is one of those tracks where the track grip doesn't really increase that much. So maybe it wouldn't be worth it. But unfortunately, yeah, it does appear that's a bit of an issue. Don't think we'll be able to get another lap in, unfortunately. I'll try and rush it. Maybe if we set it on the same set of tyres. If I don't have to swap over onto another set of tyres, it does save a lot of time in the pit lane. So maybe I can just push it. No, I don't think I can. Right, I think I can just do it with Webber. If I send it out on the same set of tyres again, I can just do it. I'll try it for Quintarelli too, but I don't think Quintarelli doesn't have enough time. Mark Webber, I think, can set a second lap on the same set of tyres. Obviously, if I change tyres, that takes an extra 10 seconds to change, so I'd run out of time. I only just had enough time there, but Quintarelli's not going to be able to set a second lap, so you can see Webber, he was quick enough to just set a second lap, and it's going to really benefit us. Even though it's on a used set of tyres, he goes P9, so not a massive improvement. 9th and 19th, yeah, Webber, you can tell he has that perk here. Because that is a really high spot. Renault on pole, though. Renault have really improved this season. Obviously, they're our rivals to be taking 3rd off us in the Constructors. If I can keep 2nd, they're currently in 3rd, is what I mean. So dumb how it picks those, isn't it? Oh, whatever. Right, race trim, supers, race trim, supers. And remember, you know, that was without our race trim, 15% performance increase there as well in qualifying. So it does actually show our car clearly has some kind of pace around here, which is really good to see. No rain currently forecast, that's alright. See that everyone's lining up. And we're getting ready to go. 39 laps of the Portuguese GP. 9th place currently, Webber, so hopefully maybe the Renault guys will have some issues off the start. Maybe a drive-through or something. Maybe we can capitalise on it. Currently up into 8th place, actually, so he has gained 1 place off the start. Quintarelli's actually gained 4 places off the start. So, oh wow, Quintarelli's on a roll. He's up to 13th place. I'm going to now settle back. That's why he's gained so many places, because I forgot to turn off overtake mode and all that. So, probably won't be able to use much more pushing throughout this race now. But wow, Webber just sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's in third. That's the Tom Della expert trait there that's being used. That's what that is, basically. Unfortunately, oh, not again. Why is it every time Webber has a chance at winning, he fails? He's just had a crash, and he's ruined his tyres, and I can't make it to the end from here. Oh, and he's got to drive through every single time. And he didn't even take out a Renault. The Renault's actually up into first place of the constructors right now because they got a 1-3. But luckily, Quintarelli seems to have just the same sort of pace. So maybe we're just very quick round here, which again, considering he has that expert trait, it's really disappointing, but oh well. But yeah, he's up into 7th place now, and up into 6th place, so he's doing really well. That's still 7th. That's pretty amazing from our car. Webber's setting purple laps, so it just shows how quick Mark Webber is. He's actually quicker than the rest of the field at times here. There you go, he just set another purple lap, so it shows how quick he's going. He's going quicker than even the quickest of cars. So that's so disappointing that he had that issue. If he hadn't had that drive-through as well, he would have been a lot closer to the... I think he had a drive-through anyways, from what I saw. And you can see there, he's actually catching the leaders, look. That gap is actually coming down. So it's such a shame that he had that issue. If he hadn't had that issue, he'd be leading by miles right now. But oh well, he's going to have to catch up to the pack now and hopefully pass as many cars as he can. It's quite a long race, so he has still got plenty of time to do it. But it's such a shame, it is, you know, and Quintarelli up here in 6th as well. It shows our car does clearly have some pace here. I'm not happy, really. It's not a good thing, obviously, this, but... And Quintarelli somehow already got warm tyres. I'm not sure how. There's still 27 laps left, so I won't be able to pit him just yet. So we're going to have to wait a little bit, I think, before we can do that. And you can see there with the warm tyres, he's falling back. Same with Mark Webber, he's also falling back. It's not good. I don't know, I was really looking forward to seeing how Webber could do there, but at the moment he's actually going slower than the race leaders now, because he's in traffic now, I think, trying to pass everybody, and he can't. He's struggling to get past them, so maybe he can make some time up in the pit stops, I don't know. Looks like Quintarelli's going to have to pit now, going on to this next lap. I think we'll have to go on to softs. I do not trust that tyre wear to make it to the end. Unfortunately, as quick, you know, it would give us a massive performance boost. That is the one bonus. Maybe if everyone else is forced to go on to softs, Webber will be able to go on to super softs because he pitted one extra time, obviously, because he ruined that first set of tyres. So that's one bonus that we have had out of this. He'll be on faster tyres for this next stint now, maybe, than everyone else. You can see everyone else is pretty much... Oh, come on, really? Quintarelli's just crashed. Why are we having such bad luck? Why? Like, why? We've got, you know, just 2 races in a row now where we've had absolutely shocking luck. And it's not getting any better, but oh well. Right, we're going to go on to a set of super softs here. They'll go the distance for Mark Webber. I can't believe it. We're just so unlucky here. But he's up into 16th place, look, before pitting now. So hopefully, if we can have a nice... Oh, come on, there was a mistake. Nothing's going right, is it? Just nothing. We're into 22nd place at the moment. Maybe he can gain on the leaders who, for some reason, they're doing that weird thing again where they stay out maybe a bit longer than they should. Or saying that, their tyres somehow are not actually that warm. So maybe, but you can see here he's actually closing on the leaders because he's in clean air again. So maybe if he can close up enough, we can gain a few spots. We can give an undercut kind of thing, you know. And that'll be nice. But at the moment, 21st place, he's closing on the leaders quite rapidly now. I think the leaders have hit some bad tyre wear, particularly first place. If I was first place right now, I would have pitted that lap. 17% tyre wear. Yeah. Mark Webber is closing in a lot, but unfortunately he's 46 seconds back, so it doesn't really mean anything. And you can see a lot more cars are now pitting this lap, but we're not going to pass any of them, unfortunately. Mark Webber's just... He hasn't got enough pace either. The car simply has not got enough pace to even catch up to everybody how he'd like, really. So it's just constantly going round like this. And actually, a lot of cars haven't pitted yet, so that's one thing I didn't see. A lot of cars are actually on softs and haven't pitted, so maybe that will be a bit of a bonus for us. By the time we actually get to the end, you can see here one car. Oh, he's still. See, even though people are pitting, he's still coming out. And you can see there, look, he clearly has the pace of the leaders. Like, you know, that's still 26.7. That gap has not changed. So, if it wasn't for his start line mishap, we probably could have won this. I think we seriously could have won this, and Quintarelli probably could have got in the top 10, top 5 even. Such a shame. I don't know why we've been so slow, but we just have. We just have been literally, you know, we were a bit slow, and then also just unlucky in general, just very, very unlucky with how we've hit things like traffic and no, not traffic. Literally, just it's the luck of how I've done it. I'd love to get into 14th place and hit that sponsor objective, but it doesn't look like we're going to even be able to do that. So unless someone has a crash or something, because it doesn't. Even though he seems like he has quite a bit of pace, he's not seeming to be able to catch anybody, which is a bit odd. Even though we have loads of pace, or what seems like loads of pace, at least against the leaders, he seems to be pretty even. So it's a bit strange what's going on there. But you can see there, he's setting some pretty fast laps, but just... I'd love to get 14th, because that does get us extra money. So if we can get 14th, I'll be kind of happy. Again, I'm still a bit cross that we could have done so much better than we have actually done. So... that's a massive disappointment. But, oh well. Oh well. And we're going to have to wreck these tyres now to see if we can get one more position. Come on. 14th place is struggling, actually. Come on. Let's get 14th. I'm pushing the absolute rubbish out of these tyres. Yes. 14th. With one lap to go, because he's, I think he's on soft, so he's going quite slowly. So that's really nice for us. So in the end, we will still get the sponsor money, but we're not going to get any points. Renault are actually going to go into first place of the constructors with a very amazing effort there, a very amazing lap. But yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, Renault 1-3. And honestly, Webber probably could have gone in the top 3, maybe even won it there. So, I don't know why we keep going such bad luck. I really don't. You know... at our best 2 tracks as well, Belgium and Tondela, there are 2... well, Belgium was a dumb strategy call by the AI. I'm just hoping another one of those bad strategy calls where the AI start on inters. I'm hoping that pops up again now before the end of the season, and we get to really capitalise on it. But there we go. I'm going to check through the cars. Please say, like, half the field was disqualified. In the end, still 14th. No one was disqualified, so... again, if the Renault had been disqualified, maybe it would have helped us a little bit, but never mind. Oh, wow. That is it then. I think I'm going to end the stream here. It's a little bit early, but, you know, I don't know what to do, really. I can't have another 2 races. So we'll have to maybe do, like, a 2-race stream next, like, some other time in about, let's say, it'll be weeks and weeks before this series makes a return. Oh, wow, he's lost a ton of stats. And so is Mark Webber. Oh, I think Mark Webber, it's a bug, that is. It says he loses loads of stats because he had that trait that put up his stats. We're now down to minus 2 million, so we're not really doing very well on the financial side of things, are we? And that's a constant trend, isn't it, really? Never mind. Never mind. Good penalties. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that. And Mark Webber quite liked our input on that. Yeah, it was not a good thing for us, that. No one's really tired. We've got one team member that is somehow burnt out despite not actually being used, so I'm not sure how you can just be burnt out like that. I don't get why the crew get burnt out so easily, and they don't get unburnt out, if you're wondering why I'm getting rid of all these people. That's not a thing in this game. They can't get unburnt out. That's why it says burnt out rather than tired. So we'll save it there. We'll leave it there. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream than usual. Normally, I would have fitted in a 4th race today. But if I fitted in a 4th race, it would have left just 1 left in the season. And I did not want that. I do not want that. So we're going to do a stream with just 2 races. Probably, I don't know, maybe I'll try and fit one in next week. I don't know. I haven't really got any time, so never mind, I guess. But we'll have to just wait until after the new flights in for this series to come back. I hope everyone really enjoyed the stream. Yeah, no one actually watched it anyway. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. I'm going to leave you with the background music now. And bye-bye!